What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. Bob Arum says that Al Haymon doesn't want to risk his boxers losing to ours, and this is a thing that Bob Arum does often. He always, he's very vocal. He's very opinionated. He's not too fond of Al Haymon and vice versa. But he seems to be feeling good now. He's signed Tyson Fury, close to signing Billy Joe Saunders. There's a host of other things that he's working on behind the scenes. So he's feeling confident. He's feeling, boisterous and feel like he want to say some shit, regarding the competition from PBC and Al Haymon compared to his. He feels that Al Haymon is fearful of risking Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Leo Santa Cruz, his top fighters in his stable against the likes of Terrence Crawford, Vasyl Lomachenko, you name it. He feels like Al Haymon is just not interested in that at all. And I can't say that he's lying or he's telling the truth, because this is a business, and Bob Arum is known to give out fucked up deals. That's why you had him with, at odds with Floyd Mayweather Jr. back in the day, Oscar De La Hoya, Mikey Garcia. You see what he did to Nicholas Walters. He fed him to Vasyl Lomachenko off of a long-ass layoff. And that's just to name a handful of fighters. So, you can't take everything Bob Arum says seriously. You got to take it with a grain of salt, because he has a way of wording his words and putting that perception out there that, somebody else fighters are ducking his fighters, when that's not always necessarily the case. Now, egos between these two guys are humongous. You know what I'm saying? Both guys want all the cake, all the pie, all the bread, all the cream. They rarely want to share any. And if they do got to share some shit, they trying to give out the smallest percentage possible. And this is a quote from Bob Arum on this subject. "We would like their PBC fighters to fight our fighters, and we said that repeatedly. And Haymon said, well, I'm not going to give you all of my fighters to fight on ESPN. And I said, no, we'll work something out. It doesn't all have to be on ESPN. If you want one of our fighters to fight one of your fighters on Fox, that's acceptable. But you have to sit down and you have to have that dialogue. The truth is, Haymon doesn't want dialogue. Haymon wants an island unto himself. That's his strategy. He doesn't want to operate with other promoters. But that's his choice, and he's not violating any law if he does that. I can make a deal in 5 minutes that's fair with Haymon, but I don't think Haymon wants to do it. There is a whole psychological thing where he doesn't want to risk his fighters losing to our fighters," Arum said. And that was a mouthful. But like I said again, Bob Arum can say one thing publicly and get behind clothes with Al Haymon, Shelly Finkel, Lou DiBella, Kathy Duva, Eddie Hearn, and the shit be totally different. And I'm not putting all of this on him, because I'm pretty sure Al Haymon has a hand in this as well. Like I said again, the ego. These guys are driven by ego. They want to be in control. They want all the power. They want all the credit for a successful card, a successful event. And once those things come into play, it blocks a lot of these mega fights from happening due to these two men having to be in the way. You rarely hear anything from Al Haymon. I don't know the last time I've heard a quote from him. Only time you hear from him or about him is from people in the music industry or fighters who are advised by him. He's very low-key. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't take pictures. The few pictures you got of him is just him attending a fight, maybe backstage in the locker room with one of his fighters celebrating victory. Other than that, you don't hear Al Haymon. He has Sam Watson, that is, his right-hand man. Floyd Mayweather, he brought him up after he got out of that top-ranked deal with Bob Arum. You know, Leonard Ellaby, I'm pretty sure he has a relationship with Al Haymon. So Al Haymon is a man of few words but a lot of action. And this is just verbal warfare from Bob Arum. Bob Arum, like I said, is feeling good now. He signed some fighters, kind of took some options away from the PBC, and you know, this is what he's doing, and I don't blame him. You know, he's trying to strengthen his stable to have those guys from PBC forced to come over there to the table and negotiate a deal to fight his guy, because he's all about making the money, you know, promoting superstar fighters. And, you know, he's always been about that. He's promoted Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto. And currently he's promoting Vasyl Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson. You know, now he's with Tyson Fury. So he's more than accustomed to being in the spotlight, you know, participating in big fight events, and, you know, just being a significant presence. So hopefully, man, one of these days, these two men can come to the table, negotiate a deal for whatever fight that pops up down the line. Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, you know, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder rematch, Oscar Valdez versus Gary Russell Jr. or Leo Santa Cruz, whatever fight it may be. Hopefully these guys can come to the table and put these egos to the side. But, you know, I chopped this down as, you know, Bob Arum feeling himself, got a couple wins, thinking he, you know, starting to pester and bother Al Haymon, who was normally calm, cool, and collect under pressure. But we'll see if anybody from the PB side comes to defend the honor of Al Haymon in the coming days. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Drop your comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on this. If you enjoy the content throughout the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so you won't miss any notifications letting you know that I uploaded videos. Shout out to the movement and everybody that is moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news and information reported the way it should be. Until next time, I am out. Peace.